When a white man marries a beautiful black woman, a prince nonetheless, literally sacrifices the whole world for her, it's very triggering for these white women's narratives.
Meghan Markle, I will not be watching the world. It looks like you are not the native to this situation. What do you guys think?
Samar's jealous. Harry changed his whole life for Meghan, and her boyfriend can't even change a tire. They subconsciously feel like something was taken from them. Don't get me wrong, there are so many male white creators are participating in this narrative, like spearheading this hate campaign against women, but specifically now against Meghan. But it's really the white pick Misha women that I want to address today, because they've been flooding my feed, and I think they are so unaware of this white woman main character syndrome that they have in their head. Like, they just don't understand. Like, white men do have the worst case of this main character syndrome, but these white women are next in line. And Meghan is the perfect example of being the closest to the top of the hierarchy. And these white women, like fucking Samara, feel like it's theirs. That's it, point blank, period. Like, this is their role. Women like Samara feel like they deserve these opportunities first. And it's so important that we talk about this. I mean, it's time that we start educating ourselves, right? This is some great reads I recommend. Samara, I think I would love to send these to you for free, because the hard truth is you don't believe that a black woman should be living a better life than you. And that's what it is.
We're getting
Listen, I logged on the internet today, and lo and behold, y'all all here arguing about Meghan Markle and her $300 pot. Well, baby, you gonna hate me. I want you to meet Pamela. Pamela is a star pot. She is $350. And the reason why she looks like this is because I only use her to make popcorn and I refuse to clean off the flavor. This is my Le Creuset griddle. I use this about 3 or 4 times a week. It was $200. This is a Le Creuset wok. Now, I found this bad boy at the outlet, but it was still close to $100. Now, this is Sunshine. I got her from Staub. Now, Staub I actually like better than Le Creuset, and I could totally be pronouncing this name wrong, but I bought this one during the pandemic when everything was on sale. So, I think this probably goes for between $2 and $2.50, and I got it for around $125. Now, this luxury trio is Staub as well, and I got this from Williams Sonoma. It was back there in the back of the store on the clearance rack. All 3 pieces was on sale for $99. Here is another griddle pan. I don't use this one as much, but I think I only got it because it matched the yellow, because I remember getting them at the same time. Now, this bad boy right here is from Lodge. It looked just like the Le Creuset, but I got this from Home Goods for $39.99. And I can honestly say, it's a nice quality pan. It's heavy. And it works really good. The only thing, baby, you gotta be careful because that food was thick. Now, let me tell you this. If all else fails, baby, you got to get like your grandmama in there. Get you a couple of good cast iron skillets, okay? Listen, you deserve nice things. You don't gotta live in a luxury high-rise. You don't gotta live in a $500,000 home. You ain't got to be married to a prince in order for you to have nice things. Start out with a good old cast iron skillet and a piece of Lodge from over at the Home Goods, and then work your way up. It's not out of touch to have nice things. And another thing, stop saving your nice things for a nice day. Use it every single day, honey, and use it well. Wear it out. Get your money's worth.
No, because this right here, this, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm obsessed.
Guys, is anyone else obsessed with Meghan's new show on Netflix with Love Meghan like I am? Oh my God, I'm just so obsessed with it. I just want to live that lifestyle where I can just host, make cute things, make cute desserts and stuff, and just try to make things, everything better. I know a lot of people on Reddit are saying there's not a lot of context to the show and she's not really showing or teaching us anything, but I do think she is teaching us how to elevate our lifestyle, our hosting, how to, I don't know, just make things better and prettier and nicer. And I just love that. I feel so inspired. Like, I just want to have my own farm. So I just ordered a bunch of pots from Amazon and I'm gonna make my little herb garden in the back. So yeah, let me know if you guys love it as much as I do.
I know y'all mad now. How is it 2025 and y'all still haven't learned that when it comes to Meghan Sussex, as long as you are watching, she is winning. As long as you are talking, she is winning. Y'all really thought after making video after video, literally episode by episode breakdowns of this show that no one cares about, hosted by this irrelevant woman, was somehow going to deter people from going to watch it and seeing what the hell you were so damn mad about? You didn't have to love it. You didn't even have to like it. All that was required was for you to watch it. And after the show was top 10 in over 40 countries, you did what you were supposed to do. See, you should have just sat there and ate your food. You should have just kept quiet. You should have been over there worried about Miss Buttons, okay? You should have been somewhere else other than on Netflix watching With Love, Meghan, because guess what? Now you're gonna have to watch it all over again, season 2. And I know y'all gonna be lined up. I know that y'all were on that show at 12:01 a.m., okay? First in line, per usual, because she has Montecito-sized mansions in y'all's head, and I love that for her. The funniest part is all you had to do was not watch. All you had to do was not watch. All you had to do was not watch it, not talk about it, just ignore it all. You could have. Hell, you should have. And you would have if you weren't so damn obsessed. Y'all are like moths to the Meghan flame. It's inspiring, honestly.
Let's make some lunch. We have been loving With Love, Meghan on the new Netflix series. I have loved her ever since she has been on Suits, but she just lives such a dreamy, aesthetic life. It's so inspiring, and she creates like everything from scratch. So today we're going to recreate a one-pot pasta recipe that she did on the first episode. I have some halved cherry tomatoes we're going to add to the pan. A food scraper probably would have been helpful so I don't get it all over my hands. Okay, need to rinse my hands. And salt, I am trying to not be afraid of adding too much salt. Basically everything we cook needs salt. It makes food taste like itself and it just brings out the natural flavors. So don't be shy with the salt. And garlic, I am never afraid of adding too much garlic. This is 4 big cloves and some olive oil. Okay, it's time to add in the pasta. We decided to use protein pasta since otherwise there is no protein in this dish. If I was making it for my family, I'd probably just like serve it with some chicken breast, but I'm using this protein pasta, and this is only an 8-ounce box, so I'm just going to dump the whole thing in, hoping I have some self-control to not eat the whole box. But honestly, my family would probably not love this with the tomatoes and everything in it. So that is why I just love making lunch for myself so much. Okay, now we're doing some lemon zest because then I can just make whatever I want. I don't have to worry about anybody else liking it or not liking it. I can just enjoy it. It's kind of like a great act of self-love. Okay, now we're adding the water. Now that that's boiling, we're just going to cover that and let it do its thing for like 5 or 6 minutes. And while that's boiling, I'm going to grate some parm. Fresh grated parm is just the best. If you are still buying parm in the shaker bottle, do yourself a favor and try this instead. I just love arugula. There was a time when I felt like I was eating it like every day on my eggs and stuff and salads, and I haven't had it much lately. And then some red pepper flakes. Okay, it's time for the best part. Time to plate it and try it. And some parm. Okay, let's taste it. That's so good. Just like she said, it gets so creamy without any cream. It's so simple and so delicious.
Meghan Markle with Love on Netflix. I can see how people are a little bit pissed off because baby girl is living her best life, okay? This is the life that I would be living because I have all of the same interests, but I spend my days working for the man. And when I'm done working for the man, I don't have time for these types of interests. But I am so vested in this show, I cannot turn it off. I am definitely going to try the one-pan pasta with the tomatoes, the olive oil, and the garlic, and just the pasta with the boiled water. But I think I'm going to use chicken broth. I'm definitely going to try that, and I'm definitely going to try the jams that she's making. This year's my first year planting a garden. I'm just so vested in this show, and I think it's amazing. And all the hate that I'm seeing online is tickling me because I know it's because people are angry that this isn't their life, and that how can this woman be living a life where she's actually doing the things that she loves, that interest her, without having to be a servant for anyone. I love it. I fucking love it. Okay? Love it.
Okay, as a producer, creator, host of many cooking shows myself here in Australia, I feel like I can probably add to this conversation about the much talked about new Meghan's show. And bear with me, this is going to be spread over multiple videos because it's quite a lengthy conversation. But the first thing I want to say is that it's okay to not like a show. As producers, creators, hosts, we do our best. Obviously, if we put something out there, it's because we've worked hard on it and we love it and we want to share it and we want you to enjoy it. But if you don't, it's okay, because it's part of the gig. The criticism around the work that we do is part of the gig. It's not our favorite part of the gig, but it's a necessary evil, because a lot of the times the not so flattering reviews and the criticism is actually legit, and it's helpful because we grow and we make better shows next time. It's another thing, though, to tear apart a person that we don't know, because we don't know this person. I don't know this person. And I would never feel comfortable about sharing an opinion on someone I don't know, especially a vitriolic opinion. So there's one thing that we can do. If we don't like a show for a million reasons, maybe it doesn't add anything to our lives, maybe it's boring, maybe it's not shot very well, maybe we don't like the presentation, we don't connect to the host, that's legit. You can always choose to not watch it. Go to part 2.
The TIG was Meghan's blog, and it was very, very similar to the show. It had a little bit of everything. There was like beauty, lifestyle, recipes, but there was also what she called her think pieces. The think pieces were a little bit of everything. I'm just gonna like rapid fire some that live inside of my head because they like are a core part of who I am. In a post called Birthday Suit, she talked about how a casting director looked at her and said, "You need to know that you're enough. Less makeup, more Meghan." And so that was kind of a mantra for that era, you are enough. There was a piece called Be Your Own Valentine that was all about loving yourself first, with or without a partner. And in that one, she talks about how one of her friends from the cast of Suits told her, don't talk about my friend like that, when she was like speaking down about herself. And when I tell you, I say that to my friends, I say that to myself, I say that to my mom, like I say that to everyone. Don't talk about my friend like that. One of the posts that was the most impactful for me personally was The Art of Independence, where she encouraged us to do little things alone, like seeing a movie, going to dinner, going to a restaurant, traveling, and trying to do things whether or not you have someone to do them with. And fast forward 8 years after reading that, I decided to move to the other side of the country all by myself, which is the biggest risk I have ever taken, but the greatest thing I've ever done. And I firmly believe that if I had not read that piece when I was young, I would not have the strength to have taken that risk when I was older. Yeah. To try to keep this short, that's all I'm gonna say. There's also like, you can find archives on the internet. I don't know who posts them, but whoever you are, I love you. But yeah, The TIG was a blog. It was very impactful in my life and many, many other people's. I bawled my eyes out when it got shut down. And to have little pieces of that returning in this new era of Meghan, that's really just Meghan, I'm so happy.
Hey, love, say, I look a hot mess. I'm just looking, I don't have a strip of makeup on, no lip gloss, nothing. But let me just say this real quick. I'm here in London. And today, this morning, as I was resting, I happened to review Meghan Markle Sussex, her show on Netflix. And I've been seeing a lot of TikTok people and all the folks, a lot of the white women, and quite frankly, I saw a couple of black sisters too, that was saying, oh, she's so unrelatable. We can't even understand. Yeah, rah, 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 yeah. Well, first of all, bitches, you can't relate because you're not royal and you don't have any money and your pocket, as we say in Jamaica, your pocket broke. So she's not supposed to be relatable. She's no more relatable than Martha Stewart or Nora Smith or all these other folks that you follow on the interwebs. You guys are pushing back on Meghan Markle, white Brits and white Americans alike, because you're just simply racist. Sorry, you're racist. She's not supposed to be relatable. She's a Sussex. She's a royal, so you're not supposed to get it. And quite frankly, even before she was a royal, she had her own money, she was a millionaire in her own right, so you're not going to find it relatable. There was one woman I commented on a day that was like, oh, she's in full white and she's chopping up a crudité and making sauce and whatever and without an apron. I am a Brit by way of Jamaica, and I can promise you I've never put on an apron to cook anything in my whole entire life. You see what I got on, right? On a Tuesday. That's how we get down. We don't make a mess. We don't need an apron. And whether it's sauce, whether it's jerk chicken, whether it's curry chicken, we don't wear an apron. So for you, Bethany Frankel, oh gosh, not the crap up. You guys are saying it's not relatable. You know why it's not relatable? Because she's not shucking and jiving. Because she's not twerking. Whiteness is not a monolith, and neither is being black. There are all kinds of flavor of black. There are all kinds of flavors of being biracial and integrated. There are all kinds of versions of that. And Meghan is not relatable to you because you are not accustomed to seeing a black person, a person of color, living better and elevated than you. All of us don't shuck and jive, and all of us don't twerk. That's why you're having a hard time. I'm not a particular big fan of the royals or Meghan, but here we are. Cut the shit. Love and light. Cheers.
The hate that this woman gets for simply existing is just beyond anything I can ever comprehend. Like, she came out with this show. It was meant to be just like a soft, peaceful, calm show about her passion for cooking and hosting. Like, did I miss the part where Meghan said that the show was going to be like so relatable and fun for viewers? The people that hate her the most were the ones that ran to watch this documentary as soon as it dropped so they could pick apart every single thing that she said and did in it. And even people who don't necessarily dislike her but just want to give criticisms to the documentary are saying things like, she's not showing any realness. Like, when was this ever supposed to be real? Because when Meghan tried to be real in that documentary on Netflix that came out with Harry, everybody said she was lying and over-exaggerating her experiences. Like, first of all, big loser energy to have your whole account be dedicated to how much you hate her, but, like, you're mad at how she holds the knife. She's even getting made fun of for, like, simply wearing a white sweater. So Meghan Markle can't cook in a white sweater because Meghan McCain is apparently a slob. Like, if you hate her and you were never into the whole, like, aesthetic lifestyle vibe, like, this was never for you. I heard she's probably getting a season 2, so you guys have some time to find a hobby from now until that comes out that doesn't involve hating on somebody that's done nothing to you.
One thing Meghan Sussex is going to do, she's going to keep her foot on these racist white women's necks. She's not letting up. I knew, like, the very first episode of the show, I knew where it was going. And I love that for her. I love that for Princess Meghan Sussex. Because, first of all, y'all just hated her into a second season. Congratulations. And 2, Meghan is about to create, which is already in the works, a huge lifestyle brand. Huge. Just watch, wait and see. Because I'm buying everything that she's selling. And I know so many other people are. This is literally just the beginning. With Love Meghan is just the beginning of this, just the beginning. Meghan is going nowhere. She will continue to live in her mansion in Montecito to where you can't relate. She will always be a princess to where you cannot relate. And she will continue to get the bag. And you guys will continue to cry. Congratulations.
Hey guys, I wanted to jump back in on here real quick just to cover something that I just encountered while doing my doom scrolling. This particular tweet right here from Meghan McCain, I will read it and then I will provide my recap and then I'll close out and hope everybody have a wonderful night. So I'm going to go ahead and read Meghan's tweet here. Just putting this out there, I don't trust a woman cooking in a white cashmere sweater. I love to cook and eat. When I cook, I make messes and usually spill all over the place. Who is Meghan Markle kidding? So when I give my responses, I'm going to hone in on 2 things. One of which is that word trust up there. And the second thing is this last statement she has here where where she states, who is Meghan Markle kidding? Okay. So I'm going to give my 5-step response. Okay. First thing I'll say to Meghan McCain is, I don't trust a woman who inherited every opportunity in life, but still managed to fumble respectfully. Imagine being born into wealth, power, and connections, yet the most notable thing about you is your Twitter complaints. Who is Meghan McCain kidding? Secondly, I don't trust a woman who makes a living crying about being silenced while tweeting to 1 million followers, right? Writing op-eds and hosting TV shows. Oppression where, sis? Who is Meghan McCain kidding? I don't trust a woman who acts like the authority on real women when the closest she's been to struggle is watching the movie The Help. Cooking in a white sweater isn't the problem, Meghan McCain. Thinking your mess is everybody else's mess is the problem. Who is Meghan McCain kidding? Fourth, I don't trust a woman who built her career on her last name, but swears she's self-made. Some of us actually had to work for our place at the table, not inherit it. Who is Meghan McCain kidding? Lastly, I don't trust a woman whose biggest hobby is subtweeting someone who doesn't know she even exists. Therapy is a thing, Meghan McCain. Who is Meghan McCain kidding? I just wanted to get this out there, guys. It bothered me so much when I saw this tweet. Please feel free to drop down in the comments and like and subscribe as well. Looking forward to your feedback. Thanks.
I just finished with Love Meghan and I don't understand the hate at all. I grew up watching Food Network. It was my favorite type of show growing up, and I would just kind of like zone out and watch all of the different, cooking and hosting, and like that's my favorite type of kind of like brain rot content where you're watching, but also you can be like working or doing schoolwork or whatever. And to me, she hit the nail on the head with the world being so heavy. Like, I just want light. And I don't get the weird like gotcha of it being like, oh, and it's not even filmed at her home. Like, what? What makes you think that you're entitled to access into her private home? Her husband is a literal prince. She is a princess. Why would you film that show in her home? None of the shows on Food Network were filmed at these people's homes, like Ina Garten, Ree Drummond, all of Trisha Yearwood. None of those were filmed at their homes, and no one had an issue with it. But yet now Meghan gets a set to film her show, and it's like, oh my gosh, she is so pretentious. Like, how dare she? It's so annoying. Like, you guys are so annoying, and there's so many microaggressions and like undertones of racism and jealousy. Like, just relax. She's not going to be relatable. She is a literal fucking princess who was a millionaire, who was on a hit TV show for 7 seasons before she married a prince whose father is the King of England. Like, none of that was ever going to give relatable. And it's like, I keep seeing these hot takes being like, it's boring, like, we don't want that content. Like, you don't want that content. Like, some of us really want that content.
I came across this post in the photo app from Vogue, and the caption reads, "There has been a noticeable shift in Kate Middleton's relationship with clothing, blah, 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 blah." Note, they called her Kate Middleton. Then I came across this comment. "She hasn't been called Kate Middleton since before her marriage. We didn't call Princess Di Diana Spencer in the press. Strange, Vogue." Yes, quite strange. Especially since everyone made such a big hoopla out of Meghan correcting her friend Mindy that her last name is now Sussex. Which it is. That is the last name Archie goes by, that is the last name Lilibet goes by, and that is the last name H goes by. But if you want to be technical, royals don't use last names. However, if they had to, Catherine would be Catherine Wales. In the same way, William is William Wales.
You know what the problem is with this show? The problem is the fact that she hasn't got Harry stood right next to her saying, nah, 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 to you critics online. That's the only problem, because with Love Meghan, it's such a comforting show. I wouldn't cook the meals that she was cooking. No, I can't relate to that because I do not go to Sainsbury's, or I don't even go Sainsbury's. I don't go Marks and Sparks, and I don't go Tesco's and buy whatever she was buying for. And I wouldn't make my pasta like that. I wouldn't do that. But that's what makes her different. Her food is something I would never ever think of eating, but it looked very healthy and it was very comforting. And I like the way she speaks. I like the way she carries herself. I think the way she does things, she wants to do things organically. There's a lot of women, there's a lot of mums that do things organically. I'm not that kind of woman, but she is, and I love that for her. She lives a different life, a life that I don't see all the time. But her show with Love Meghan on Netflix, me being able to see that and see that this is how she lives, I can see why Harry loves her. Because she has qualities. She is a quality woman. And the haters, ooh, the haters. I hate to break it to you, darlings. I really do. Hold my hand here. Hold it. You're jealous. And it's hard to see, and it's hard to bring up the mirror. It's very hard to do that, but I'm going to do it for you, okay? You are jealous. You're jealous because she married a prince. She married the best looking brother as well at that. And how you envisioned a princess to look doesn't look like Meghan. And we all know why that is. But yeah, with Love Meghan, watch it on Netflix now. Watch it with an open mind. Take a dip into her world. Just don't be mean or nasty. And if you've got nothing nice to say, remember, shut your mouth because no one gives a crap.
Meghan Sussex of House Windsor, first of her name, Mother of Bees, and Lady of Montecito. I made her honey lemon cake with some tweaks. Rubbed in the lemon zest because it's a cardinal sin not to. Swapped all-purpose for cake flour, milk for sour cream, and baked at a lower temperature for level tops. Omitted the lemon juice from the glaze because it made it sour, and did a mascarpone whipped cream instead of buttercream. Filled it with raspberry preserves like she did, and I mean, just look at that cake. It was delicious.
So I don't know if I'm on the hater side of TikTok, but I have only heard negative reviews on Meghan Markle's Netflix show with Love Meghan. So my mom and I sat down yesterday to watch a couple episodes, and I was so ready for the cringe-worthy moment. I was prepared for what the internet had told me the show was all about. I was prepared to talk some crap. And to be honest, you know those shows where you just find yourself sitting with your arms crossed, just tilting your head, smiling? You know, where you catch yourself in a moment really just enjoying yourself. When I say this show will regulate your nervous system, it will bring your cortisol levels down where you need them. It will. I freaking loved this show. She's maybe a little, I don't know, dorky sounds bad. I don't think that she's dorky or nerdy. And if she is, she so honestly is. There was nothing about this show that made me feel like she wasn't being herself, like her friends weren't her real friends, like she was pretending. You could see the amazement in her eyes when she scraped the honey and the honeycomb off of whatever you call that thing that comes out of the hive, the colony. Her eyes lit up, her jaw dropped. She loved it. I had zero problems with this show. I would put this show on while I'm cleaning, while I'm cooking, if I need to be in a good mood. If I have nothing to do and I just want to watch something easy, I would put this show on. And I might have landed myself on hater TikTok. Maybe there's a whole side of TikTok that loves this show, but I have only seen negative reviews, and I cannot tell you how much I disagree with the negative reviews. I wholeheartedly love this show. Every little nerdy, silly, geeky little thing she did, I couldn't help but just like smile and like, she's so cute. I think she was honest about not growing up in this life. I think she was honest about wanting to learn more about this homestead, farm to table sort of life. I think she was honest about all of that. I think all of us moms have had our days where we want to put bows and labels on everything. And then we have the days where we're picking up fries off the car floor and feeding it to our kids. We've had it all. And I think she was honest about a lot of that. So I don't know. I think y'all are haters and you need to leave this woman alone. This woman needs to be protected at all costs. I think the issue, and I think Bethany Frankel hit on this, she said that she doesn't have a brand and her narrative has been confusing. I think we've kind of been fed a narrative that makes us not want to like her, or a narrative that makes us not want to trust her. I think that it's just there's been an inconsistency that makes us kind of say, who are you? If you've been asking yourself, Meghan Markle, who are you? This show really answers that question. She really is just a sweet pea. That's all I can say about this. So all of you need to leave her alone. I am 10 toes down for Meghan Markle or Meghan Sussex. Whatever she wants to be called, you got it. I'm in. I'm fully in. I am all about this woman. I loved it. I cannot wait to watch more episodes of the show. So with love, Meghan, if you're curious, I would take some time to watch it. And I think you might be pleasantly surprised.
I'm watching with love, Meghan, and I can tell she is intentional about parenting and motherhood. I love that. I love when people decide to have children and they are intentional about it and going into it from a mindset of not just raising a human being with love, shelter, care, but self-actualization as well. And even something as small as the gift bags for after the party is not just, we just send you with a bunch of candy and you go off, but it was artsy and crafty where she sent them off where, okay, now you go and do a garden of your own. But in order to do that, you also have to be in community with parents who are also intentional. Because if you give that kind of goodie bag to a parent who's not intentional or who just, is not going to follow through on that, it's just going to sit there or be trashed. But you have to know, okay, I know if I give this to John, his mom, his dad, they're going to sit there with him. They're going to plant the tree. They're going to dig. They're going to, go into the nitty gritty. I love that. My only other critique is we can't put the edible flowers on everything. That's my only gripe right now with the show. I just like, why are we putting edible flowers on everything? Like, can we, other than that, I'm loving it so far. Yeah.
The sister Jasmine Crockett got them pasty palm pilots worried. Watch this.
Let me tell you what you guys may not know. She wants you to believe that she's straight out of the hood, okay? She wants you to believe that she's the star of her own little gritty street drama, but I want you to hold on for a second. There's a plot twist. When it comes to Jasmine Crockett, the actual truth is she's more like a character from a high-budget rom-com set in a pristine suburban neighborhood. Let's call it Fresh Princess of Dallas.
So if y'all wasn't worried about her, if she didn't have you shook right now, you wouldn't be going back trying to figure out ways to dirty her up and make her look less than credible amongst the black voters, right?
She attended an elite private day school where the tuition cost nearly $35,000 per year. She ain't from the streets, y'all.
What that tells me is you think that black people only vote for folks because we think they're from the streets. That's what that tells me.
This institution, known for very privileged clientele, and it provided her with a level of education and resources that many in lower income neighborhoods that she's trying to relate to could only dream of.
You're saying she comes from privilege that most of America can't relate to? That we can't dream of? Y'all elected a man with golden toilet seats.
So I want you to picture little Jasmine, fresh out of her exclusive day school, rolling up to the playground in designer sneakers, ready to take on the world. Meanwhile, kids in the neighborhood are trying to figure out how to navigate the complexities of the ice cream truck schedule. She didn't have the struggle, folks. And then she went over to Rhodes College. Let me tell you what the tuition at Rhodes College is. Any guesses? It's $55,000 a year.
Rhodes College, $55,000 a year. Private day school. That just tells me she's prepared. That just tells me she's qualified. That just tells me she, like every other black person, and black women even more so, have to work 3 times as hard as y'all to be on equal footing. What school did Marjorie Taylor Greene go to?
Oh, little Jasmine was getting educated. I mean, $55,000 a year, I half expect her to show up in class in a ball gown sipping Dom Perignon while discussing Shakespeare and the finer points of avocado toast.
And she could if she wanted to. She could if she needed to. But let's keep going.
But somewhere along the way, she traded her glass slippers for Ebonics. So let's be real. Jasmine is cosplaying a gangsta like she's auditioning for a reality show called Real Politicians of Privilege. Now,
y'all used that one before. Remember when Kamala was running and you said she was cosplaying as a black woman to get the black vote? Y'all used that one before. Pick another struggle. Pick another thing to point out. Come on.
we can just imagine her strolling into a meeting wearing a hoodie and an oversized sunglasses while her assistant carries her $500 designer bag filled with organic snacks, rolling in to represent the streets with the mocha latte and the stock portfolio.
No, I can imagine her rolling into the Attorney General's office and becoming the Attorney General of the United States. Maybe even the Vice President. Hell, maybe even the President. I can imagine all of that. I can even imagine her as a Supreme Court Justice.
So when she TikToks to they not like us, the fact is clear. No, she ain't nothing like us.
Shoal in the fuck ain't.
White people are the laziest exploiters in history, and the receipts are endless. White people love to posture as the architects of civilization, the hardest working people to ever grace the earth. But the historical record says otherwise. They have never built anything without forcing other people to do the labor. From the plantations of the Americas to the factories of the Industrial Revolution, from colonial conquests to modern corporate exploitation, the white ruling classes have perfected the art of avoiding real work while reaping the rewards of stolen labor. They enslaved millions rather than farming their own land. They looted entire continents rather than develop their own resources. They forced children into dangerous factories while sitting in boardrooms. They built entire economic systems around wage theft and inherited wealth. And today they still live off the spoils of past and present exploitation while calling everyone else lazy. The backbone of white economic dominance wasn't ingenuity or effort. It was forced labor on a global scale. The transatlantic slave trade was born because white landowners refused to till their own soil. European empires enslaved millions rather than build self-sufficient societies. Plantation owners in the US and Caribbean sat in mansions while enslaved Africans worked from dawn to dusk. After abolition, they created sharecropping, tenant farming, and debt peonage to keep non-white people working for free. Translation: white people never built their own economies. They just stole bodies to do it for them. If they were really the world's hardest workers, why did they need millions of enslaved people to do all the labor? It wasn't just labor they avoided. They refused to even create the conditions for labor. They stole land from indigenous peoples rather than develop their own agricultural systems. They plundered Africa, India, and Southeast Asia for raw materials instead of just producing their own. They extracted wealth from colonies while leaving the native people in poverty. They still live off stolen land and resources to this day, while pretending like their wealth comes from hard work. White civilization isn't built on innovation or industriousness. It's built on wholesale theft, followed by smug self-congratulation. When forced labor became less convenient, white elites turned to a whole new class of unpaid workers, their own children. Factories in 19th century England forced children as young as 5 into 16-hour shifts. Coal mines sent white children through tunnels while their fathers drank in pubs. U.S. textile mills worked children to the bone because paying adults was too expensive. White elites lounged in drawing rooms while their own children hacked up soot in mills. If they were such hard workers, why did they need to enslave children to keep their industries running? Slavery and child labor wasn't enough. White business owners then created an entire economic system to keep avoiding work. They paid starvation wages while raking in profits. They passed anti-union laws so workers could not demand fair pay. They relied on immigrant labor, such as Chinese, Mexican, and Caribbean, instead of working hard themselves. They offshored modern labor to the global south, while sitting in air-conditioned offices. And the scam continues. They call themselves job creators while hoarding wealth. They whine about immigrants taking jobs they refuse to do. They pretend finance is hard work, while laborers break their back to survive. White economies aren't built on sweat and toil. They're built on avoiding actual work while leeching off of the working class. After centuries of exploitation, white elites don't even bother to pretend working anymore. They inherited land and businesses built on slave labor. They use nepotism to secure wealth while demanding others pull themselves up by their bootstraps. They take credit for building businesses that their grandfathers stole. They retire early while calling minimum wage workers lazy. They work from home while demanding service workers commute for $12 an hour. They vacation in stolen wealth while mocking the poor for wanting basic housing. They flip houses instead of contributing to their communities. They act like trading stocks is a job, while calling actual labor unskilled. If white people built their own wealth, why does so much of it come from inheritance, exploitation, and stolen land? The truth is in the history books, but white people would rather avoid reading those too. Cope.
I actually do care about Nebraska, but that's not the real question. The real question is, why don't more Nebraskans actually care about Nebraska? By their votes, it's clear that they care about something else just a little bit more than they care about Nebraska or the United States. Give some thought to that.
I seen that little shit with Elon, man, when he was trying to talk about we should get the cop that unalived George Floyd pardon. All that is bait. We as black folks, we too smart, bro. We not giving y'all no type of distraction. All eyes on y'all right now. Every time y'all been able to get us out there protesting so y'all can sneak y'all little bills and laws, do y'all little sneaky ass shit, right? That's what the government do, man. We over that. We here, we listening, and we watching. Y'all, it's not happening. You feel me? It's not happening with us. Like, what's the purpose of goddamn releasing that man from jail? Like, what's the purpose of pardoning him? How's that going to affect the economy? How's that going to bring the prices of eggs down? Please let us know what that has to do with the state of the government right now. Let us know, like, what the hell, like, you feel me? Like, that's how you know these motherfuckers need a pawn. They need a distraction, so they try to get black folks to go out there and do whatever, because they know that once we start to engage and we start to protest, all eyes on us, so they can start doing their sneaky shit behind doors. We not going. All eyes on y'all right now. We want to see what y'all really gonna do.
We're moving forward with a 25% surcharge on electricity exports. For the 1.5 million American homes and businesses that Ontario powers, homes and businesses in Minnesota, Michigan, and New York. This surcharge will cost families and businesses in these states up to $400,000 each and every single day. On an average, this will add around $100 per month to the bills of hardworking Americans. Let me be clear. I will not hesitate to increase this charge. If necessary, if the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely. Believe me when I say I do not want to do this. I feel terrible for the American people because it's not the American people who started this trade war. It's one person who's responsible. That's President Trump. I'd rather be working together. I want to sell the U.S. more energy, more electricity, more critical minerals. I want to make Canada and the United States the richest, most successful, safest, most secure two countries on the planet. But as Premier, my number one job is to protect the people of Ontario and in hand protect the people of Canada. I will do whatever it takes. I will fight like I've never fought before to protect Ontario. Friends, none of this makes sense. Costly tariffs against your closest friends and allies do not make sense. The U.S. markets have lost trillions in value. Companies are second-guessing investments into the American economy. American workers' jobs are at risk as we speak right now. Cost of hardworking American families will only go up. It doesn't have to be this way. We are stronger when we work together.
Have you noticed that there's one group that has not made any noise or made videos complain about Trump's policies hurting them or their business? Black farmers. How many videos have you seen of black farmers, excuse me, making videos going, oh, I'm going to lose my farm because Trump cut off benefits. I'm going to lose my farm because the Department of Agriculture no longer gives me subsidy. How many videos have you seen of black farmers doing that? That's because black farmers have historically, till this day, been excluded from all government subsidies. So right now, every white farmer is learning how to survive the same way black farmers have been surviving. Like I said, what Trump was going to do was bring every white American down to the black American level. Welcome to niggerness.
Okay, this order, it's a wonderful order, it's a beautiful order. This order is pulling American booze off the liquor mart shelves.
Hello my people, Lady Rosie here, how y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. Guys, the TikTok is boiling. People are coming from different places to support Meghan. Yes, our Duchess is loved. I tell y'all guys, love wins. You know, people were not conditioned to see that level of hate on this planet. After what that dude did in Germany, those heinous crimes were committed against the Jews and everybody else in Germany billion years ago. Well, the person sitting down here talking to you, I do have a great-grandpa who is German. Yeah, he told me lots of stories about these people. Yes, so I'm telling you guys, people have seen lots of hate on this planet. The people of Europe, the people of Africa, the people of Asia, the people of everywhere. We've seen what hate did on this planet, and guess what? We do not want to revisit that. The only person who want to revisit that is this Starlink guy. Yeah, the apartheid baby. Yeah, y'all heard what he was talking about. He says like his Starlink is not supposed to come to South Africa because he's not black. Just to look at the level of that stupid racism. But guess what? That guy was born and raised by racists, and there nothing gonna change him. Yeah, he was born and conditioned to hate on other people, on other race. Those people built every single wealth off of the black people of South Africa, but they are still down there hating the blacks. It's terrible. Why do you hate people for nothing? How do you hate some beautiful human being like Meghan? How do you hate somebody like that princess? Damn. Man, you got issues. I mean, that hate is not really paying y'all guys well. Remember what y'all guys did? Y'all went like, we ain't gonna vote for a black person. We ain't gonna vote for a female. We ain't gonna vote for Kamala Harris. Look at y'all right now. All of these people, they're out here marching. Yes, they are out here fighting for their lives. I don't know how much y'all guys got in savings, but I tell you, when this guy, the orange man, comes to butt your asses, y'all need to sit down there, don't complain, don't go out in the streets, don't go out there in the snow, don't go out there and freeze your damn racist asses. Guess what? You did it to yourselves. See what hate does? This is what the hate does to you. Yes, exactly what hate does to you. I tell you, what that little hate for black women took you to the streets. You thought you were voting against black people. You thought you were voting against blacks. I tell you guys, who are the majority? Yeah? Y'all be calling the minorities all the times, but I never heard one of y'all guys sitting down there and mention the majorities. Yeah, what is the opposite word for minority? What is the opposite? Exactly. There are always the So the majority voted. The majority voted because guess what? The majority dwelled on the hate with the KKK, triple K, with white supremacists on the ideology on them heads. But look at them right now. They are everywhere. They are out there looking for every single swastikas around the neighborhood. They're going like, well, do you guys have this dealer? You have swastika dealers in neighborhood? We're gonna come write our posters, and we're gonna come and hang around there for 12 hours. I don't know how hours those people marching out there. I'm watching y'all guys. I'm posting y'all guys here on my page. But guess what? Y'all did it to yourselves, because guess what? You love to hate. Hate doesn't pay. Hate doesn't pay. I do appreciate you, my beautiful white sisters who are out here on TikTok supporting our Duchess, the beautiful princess hair. Yeah, y'all doing good job. God bless y'all. Yeah, we love y'all, and we want to be together. Division does not help. Well, this old dude came out here bringing the transgender, bringing all nonsense rhetorics against the minority, so y'all guys could sit down there and hate each other. That doesn't help. You know, I have my beautiful sisters, my doctors. I do work with them. Lots of psychologists, my colleagues. They are really good people. We call each other. We talk about the government. We call each other. We talk about every single thing that is pissing us off together. Love wins. When you sit together in multiple shades of human beings and sit down there and talk about goodness, guess what? God blesses y'all. And you have like a sane mind and brain and thoughts clear. Everything of yours is perfect when you have love in your heart. Do not hate on people. Do not hate on people because of how they look. Do not hate on people and then hurt yourself. This is what the majority of people did. They're hurting themselves right now, and I'm telling y'all guys, it's 4 years into this bullshit. Guess what? I bought myself popcorn last week, but guess what? I ended up taking that popcorn to work, and I gave it to everybody but myself. But I need to buy me more boxes of those popcorn, because guess what? We're gonna have all those tariffs coming around here. The tariffs is coming in. With all those tariffs, I tell you everything, the price is gonna jump. Yeah. The price is going to jump up there, and it's definitely jumping. You know, one of my clients told me she was buying diapers for her children, and so she kind of found out that she had to pay lot more for diapers, because those diapers were manufactured in Canada. Guys, what is manufactured in this country? What are the products that are manufactured by us here in the United States of America, guys? You can't tell me like everything is exported from outside. Is the correct word export or import? Importing means what? It's importing from outside, or exporting is taking it outside? One or the other. But y'all know what I mean. What is made in the United States of America? What are we exporting to other countries? Huh? What are we doing? You can't tell me that we don't make no diapers in the United States of America. All those made in China and Canada? Well, make it make sense, dude. Make this make sense. Because this is not making sense at all. And on top of that, y'all sitting down here and hating on minorities. Y'all meanwhile, y'all sitting down there saying like, guess what? We're going to hate on these minorities, and we're just going to vote against our own rights. we're gonna vote against our own damn selves, because guess what? We just hate black people so much. And guess we hate this black woman. We just cannot stand her. She's woke. Y'all got words. Y'all got words to use against people. Yeah, that's what the French people do say, like, celui qui ne veut pas son chien l'accuse des rages. Voilà. Yep. So y'all got words. Woke. Nowadays you using that woke term on everything. On every single damn thing. Guys. Their wokeness really took y'all guys to the streets, didn't it? Y'all be hanging around all the trusty cars dealers every single damn way. I'm telling you, I'm really actually enjoying myself to watch you. I'm actually watching y'all guys. I've been posting your videos around here. I don't know if people are really watching them, and I'm sure lots of people are enjoying to watch you guys suffer out there in the cold. Yeah, it's happening during this cold. Everybody's going out there in the snow to march, and it looks like it's gonna start happening every single weekend. And last week it was on Women's Day on the 8th of March. Then people were out there. Can you imagine? I feel sorry for the 92%ers. I feel sorry for the white ladies and white brothers who voted for Kamala, who are suffering right now, going through this mess. But guess what? We know it's not our fault. The people who did that, I do not feel anything for them. I want them to continue to suffer. I don't care about them losing them jobs. I don't care about them nothing. Yep. Everything that's happening to them, guess what? They deserve that. Yep. They are the majorities. And they voted against them themselves. Yep. Love wins, people. Stop hating. And wait for the season 2 of Meghan's show. With love, Meghan. Yeah, just listen to the word, with love. Can you really hate on love? You should definitely be twisted. You should definitely be born from your uncle. And the uncles who kind of like drag them little nieces and give birth to the twisted incest babies. That's how you are inheriting this kind of hate in your hearts. Because if you were normal, just born from regular parents with good heart, with all the love, how can you hate on such a beautiful, wonderful person? And with a show even named love. Yeah, you know love is a verb and hate is also a verb. Yep. Try to put those verbs into whatever. Yep. Loved, love, loving, love. Yes, love is a verb, and hate is a verb too. So you better choose one. Yes, between those two, choose one. The other one is gonna save you, and the other one is gonna unalive you. And that's what is happening to y'all guys right now. I'm sitting down here, I'm making my video, and I'm laughing, and I'm so happy. Yeah. It doesn't matter if they're gonna shut my job, like a part of my job because of Medicaid, but guess what? I do work with regular insurance too, private insurances. So guess what? Whatever it is, this auntie is safe. Whatever it is, this auntie right here, Lady Rose, success is safe. The bad thing with these racists, they are so undereducated, they are so uneducated, and it's ridiculous. I mean, these people came out here, told you, we have this Project 2025, and these are the bulletin in this Project 2025 book. What was it hard there for y'all guys to understand your damn own, your own language? What was it hard there for y'all guys to understand the words that were written there with a simple, clear English? They did not use no damn AI English in there. They used simple English that y'all used to use all this while in your lives. And you want to tell me that you did not understand the words that were written in there? They were not coded. They were simple English that they could be. They wrote that thing like really perfectly fine. And let's see, I'm hoping nobody ain't gonna be messing up with your damn social security, because guess what? I ain't gonna retire in this country. I'm gonna go take myself out of this place here when it's my time to retire. I ain't doing this nonsense here. No. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. So, oh my goodness, sisters, I do appreciate you, my white sisters and my white brothers out there supporting with Love Meghan. So we cannot wait for this season to pop up out here. And we are also I'm asking you guys, please do go there and leave your review. Please leave your review. Leave reviews for this show with Love Meghan. It's a hit show. You know, the tabloids couldn't even hide no more. They kind of also have nothing to say anymore because everybody's dragging them. The white sisters turned against them tabloids themselves. You know, them white sisters, God bless them. You know, damn. You know, I never really thought those English white sisters could also turn against their own people. But guess what? They're watching. Yeah, they are watching. They are watching because guess what? The person who's really elevating the royal name out here is Meghan Markle. Where's the Mambos? Where is the Repeat at? Where is the Middlebelt? Where is that Mambos? Where is she at? She disappeared again. Oh my goodness, that kid, she kind of discovered what to do. She be disappearing all the time. Oh guys, I'ma tell you, I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna stop this video right now. I got some meeting around here, and I'm gonna talk to you guys again later. Please subscribe to Isabella Banks channel. Go to Isabella Banks there. Let's get the sister 10,000 subscribers, and also go to my brother Baron, the Royal Success. Let's get the brother the silver plate that he always is dreaming about, and also share my video so we could get more views. Y'all doing good, and I do appreciate every single one of y'all guys for supporting my channel. Please subscribe and also share, and welcome to all my new lovers. God bless you. Talk to y'all again tomorrow. Bye for now.